Hi, I'm Alex from Heddoko. I'm the CEO.
And I'm Lisa, I'm the biomechanics lead and product manager.
So at Heddoko, we developed an ergonomics platform that automates the entire injury risk assessment process. Our devices collect the data, our platform analyzes it, and we grant access to our system with all that intelligence and knowledge of how people actually move.
So what kind of industries is this for?
So originally, the idea was to go after sports. The way you move, how you optimize your movement to reduce the risk is always about reducing the risk of injury. And then we realized that although sports athletes are a good market, there was an even bigger market in industrial athletes. People that lift boxes, move luggages day in, day out, 8 to 10 hours a day. So that's, we saw that as a much bigger market opportunity.
And it sounds like your product's already out, and if that's the case, how long has it been out?
So we had our first production run in the third quarter of 2015. This is where we started selling, and we landed our first customer by the end of 2015, Pepsi Cola being one of them.
Yeah.
So we did our initial project with them, which we're currently completing, and this is integrating our technology into their ergonomics processes with the objective of now deploying into a larger number of employees, always to prevent the risk of injuries of their employees, but giving that feedback of what they're doing wrong in order to prevent those injuries.
Can you tell me about how this suit works?
Yeah, so basically it's a shirt and pants. They're a compression garment, so they're compression zones that basically are designed to align the sensor areas with your joints. So basically you put the shirt on, you put the pants on, you plug into this battery pack here, and then you put all the sensors in. So they just slide in like this, and you connect with the software and you're ready to go.
How, have you seen like the employees for these companies, and like how do they react to the suit?
Reactions are different. Some people, the obvious would be, oh, you're spying on me because now you know how I move and what I'm doing. There's a few people like that, but the majority really see it as a tool that gives them feedback in order not to get injured. Today, you'll walk into a warehouse or a manufacturing environment and you'll see these big banners that talk about how many days without injuries, but there's nothing that tells them or gives them feedback as to saying, well, if you do this differently, you won't get injured. And this is what's really appealing for the workers. Again, they 8-10 hours a day, 5 days a week. These guys are exercising all day long, but when they punch out, their backs, their limbs, they don't stop working. They go back home to pick up their kids and to keep on having their normal lives. So by making sure and giving this feedback that they don't get injured, they don't compromise that. And you don't have to get to an injury to start feeling pain.
And also one of the areas people, workers especially, seem to be very excited about is using the suit actually to do training. So right now when you start a new job, you have a sort of 2-week training orientation session where you learn how to lift properly, you learn how to move properly. But after that 2 weeks is over, a lot of times people just revert to their old habits and they don't really have the visibility or the muscle memory in order to retain the things that they learned during that initial training session. So it's kind of cool for them to be able to kind of like feel like they're in a video game. They get to see how they're moving, and it gives them immediate feedback in order to basically stick to those movements and to maintain correct movement patterns.
Is there a greater need for this?
Well, for starters, in 2014 alone, companies lost 400,000 work days were missed in 2014. I mean, this is over 1,000 years of lost productivity.
Due to musculoskeletal disorders specifically.
Yeah. So these injuries represent a direct and indirect cost of over $120 billion in the United States. So it's the insurance company's cost, the medical cost, the cost of training someone while they have to replace, workers' compensation. It's tremendous. So it's $40 billion are invested in safety equipment and training, yet they lose $120 billion.